Her I Porsgrunn så har vi en ivrig lokal lag av noe som heter Med Israel for fred. Det blir arrangert møter med jevne mellomrom og forskjellige interessante foredragsholdere. For ikke lenge siden hørte vi Tore Wilhelmsen som snakket om arkeologi i Israel. Og du med I dag også, Tore, og I dag har du med en spesiell gjest.
Ja, det har jeg. Jeg har med Moti Paz, tidligere brigadegeneral, men nå reserveoffiser I IDF I Israel. Og han brenner for sitt folks identitet, og han brenner for sitt folks trygghet. Og I dag skal han snakke litt om Jordandal-prosjektet, den eneste sikre grensen som Israel har I dag, fordi at det en trygg grense mellom Jordan og Israel, og Jordans konge jo også like interessert som Israel I at den grensen beholdes, samtidig som de ønsker å øke turismen der nede. For I dag så driver FN og USA og forlanger at dette området skal gis bort til Israels fiender, eller til palestinerne om du vil, og det som da vil skje, hele Midtøsten brenner rundt. Det som da vil skje at Jordan også begynner å brenne, og da blir Israel en eneste demokratisk stat midt inne I dette her, og da blir de truet fra alle hold.
Dere har hatt en turné nå hvor Moti Paz har vært og snakket om dette. Hvordan har interessen og oppslutningen vært?
Det har vært økende interesse. Vi I Oslo, NIF Oslo, vi hadde 30 mennesker mer på møtet enn normalt. Og I går var vi da I Moss, og der var det helt stappafullt. Jeg vet ikke hvor mange det var, men både I Oslo, Moss og Tønsberg, hvor vi hittil har vært, så var det klart og tydelig mange som uttrykte at dette burde vi vite. Dette viktig informasjon for oss til å forstå problemet som Israel sliter med etter Oslo-avtalen.
And this is not your first time in Norway. You have been here before.
I was here 1 year ago, and we were speaking about Israel and about the actual situation which was those time. And then we explained a little bit about what is going around, especially with Gaza Strip, which was very problematic at those time.
Så han var her altså for et år siden og snakket om daværende situasjon, og om Gaza-stripen og om Jordandalen. You have been working for the Jordan Valley project. Will you tell us a little bit about it?
I started this project about 5 years ago. I was commanding the special unit as a paratrooper years ago, and we have a meeting after the special operation in Egypt, and I met friends which they are living in the Jordan Valley. They invited me to go to the Jordan Valley. I went, and I find that the Jordan Valley became paradise, but the situation there is very bad. Very bad, it means that they are doing well, but somebody forgot them. And we started to feel that the Jordan Valley is going to be on the table for peace process, which I will speak later on. And then we decided to do a project which will support the Jordan Valley, because we are afraid about the future. The Jordan Valley is the eastern border for Israel. It was during the Second Temple. It is now. There is no any border for the east side. This is the line along the Jordan Valley. It was the time of the Second Temple. Alexander Yanai, 76 BC, created this line, which is going up to Jericho, then to Horkanya in the desert, and then to Michvar, which is a strong point nearby the Dead Sea. This is the line. At the day, it's the same. The Jordan is the line, and we have an obstacle which is going along the Jordan. If we are going to leave it, the east border will be opened for terror, for enemies. You can't know what the Iraqis, Iran and Jordan, which is not strong enough, will do in the future. Israel in Syria. So this is very dangerous for Israel to leave the Jordan Valley. And this is now on the table. In the Jordan Valley, at the moment, we have 22 villages. About 6,000 people are living there. They are doing very well. It was a desert. It was a desert after 67. Now it's paradise. They have date plantation, the best fruit in the world. They have grapes. They have paper. And they have a little bit agriculture as well. At the beginning, they started with a different, let's say, agriculture food, but you have to follow the Bible. What is written in the Bible, you will succeed. Dates, grapes, paper. And that's what they are doing at the moment. And they are doing well. But they are not able to send most of their product to Europe. Europe decided not to give permission to products which are coming behind, which are calling green line. So it's a very big problem. It's a serious problem.
So it's actually a big problem to you.
It's a very big problem, because they must have income as like everybody, which is, and the market in Israel for this product, it's small. It's not big enough. So we decided to raise up a project, and we are doing it for the last 4 years. We are taking as much as possible people to the Jordan Valley. It's very strange. Israel, the people, they are isolated. They are not going to see it. Don't ask me why. This is the fact. And they don't know. And each one which is coming, he's living, oh, it's so nice, it's beautiful, what shall we take away? Don't touch it and whatever. So our mission in the last 5 years, as much as possible, to bring children, to bring adults, to bring people. And we did a lot of projects. We are riding bicycles along the Jordan, which is protected by the two sides. The Jordanese army as well Israel, the IDF. This is peace. This is peace, in my opinion, which you can do together. We are taking children to walk to the very nice places over there, which we have a lot of evidence of the early beginning of the Israeli nation, when Joshua crossed the Jordan. We have it now. We know what happened there. And we are going to the castles, and we are doing a lot of. Last time I take small children at the beginning of this month to the Jordan Valley. We went to a kibbutz, and we saw the cow, and we saw the date plantation, and we saw the agriculture over there, and they left so happy. They haven't known that such, let's say, good agriculture we have there. And they heard a lot of stories how we did it. And that's what we are doing for the last 5 years, and we are going to do much more for the future. We are in mind that the agriculture is coming. We used the potential for the agriculture. We don't have any much more water to go ahead. Which problem is water over there? We are using all the water which we do have, and it's impossible to have more. So the next project should be for tourism. It should be for bringing people from all over the world to the Jordan Valley. It means that we have there, according to the history, we have an archaeologist which is called Adam Zartal. He find out a lot of evidence in the Jordan Valley. We can open it for the public. The sandals of the sandals which is called the Zartal sandals, which is the early beginning of coming to Israel when they crossed the Jordan. We have a lot of very nice places, like the place which is called Katzer Eliud, where Jesus was baptized. We have the cave which is called. So this is the next step, tourism, to bring as much as possible and to develop a lot of new places like the Sartaba, and we are thinking about a lot how to make it. So to make special activities as well. We can ride horses over there along the Jordan, we can ride bicycle along there, we can walk.
I have seen pictures from your last visit here. Beautiful places. But there was a desert.
It's not just so beautiful.
But it was a desert.
Yeah. And it's more.
You're using polluted water to clean it, and then.
Yeah, we are carrying polluted water from East Jerusalem and clean it up on the way. And the water from the East Jerusalem is the water which we are pouring for 20,000 acre dates. This is the maximum which we can have. So the place is beautiful, it's really beautiful, it's unbelievably nice. And then we developed it for the last 40 years and became a paradise. And this is the reason why I'm coming to speak about it. What I am speaking now, it's very clear that 73, after the Yom Kippur War, they started with a very big surprise, the war came to the end when I was in the main road to Cairo. No one could stop me. And in the north, we are close to Damascus. They decided at that moment that if they started in such surprise, there's no any good reason to continue fighting against Israel. They won't be able to achieve anything in battlefield. In this moment, we can cut it as a knife. They decided to change strategy. 77, Sadat is coming to Jerusalem. It was, for me, a shock. I was serving the army. Oh, it's like Moshiach is coming. How come that Arabic leader landing in Jerusalem? For us, it was fatal. He landed, of course, 77. It brings us to the Camp David, 88, 1988, to the first agreement, Camp David, between Sadat and between Begin, and Jimmy Carter was the United States leader, which pushed us to the agreement is coming to speak about two. First of all, Palestinian, its empty word was, in my opinion, that we have to do autonomy for 5 years, and then it will be, let's say, a kind of a peace between the two sides, and what is very important, peace between Israel and Jordan and Egypt. We have to withdraw from Sinai and going back to the 67 border, and this, after 40 years, I will tell you that all of us, we are coming to a conclusion that this is a mistake. We don't have Sinai and we don't have peace. Let's say, the meeting between, it was peace between leaders, Begin and Sadat. It was not peace between nations. From the early beginning, they were against the nation. I was sure, when I was serving the army, that maybe the system to give territory for peace, it will work. I will give you territory, you give me peace. After 40 years, it's very clear, this system doesn't work. Why shall I give territory? Why shall I give it? And the third point is that the first time, the Zionist movement is coming back to 67 border, which we shouted they never come back to 67, the border 67 that are bad for defense. And we, the first time, are coming to destroy villages which we build up, and two towns, one Yamit and second Sharm Sheikh. And this is a shock for all of us. And what I achieved, cold peace, nothing at all. Sinai at the moment is a very big problem. Very big. If you will ask me 30 years ago about the Bedouin, if they will be active or they will be a force, they are terrible at the moment.
Time is running. We will have to conclude.
The conclusion is that this movement from Camp David is coming to Oslo Agreement, which is very bad. Very bad. The Oslo Agreement is coming for two. 93, the first Oslo Agreement between the two sides. It was signed by two sides. We recognize PLO as like the representative of the Palestinians. I don't want to speak now who are the Palestinians. Well, from what I'll speak in the world. It is another question. We don't know who are they. Anyway, he decided that Yasser Arafat is going to be, he promised in this moment that he will leave terror, he will leave violence, he will recognize Israel as the state of the Jewish people and whatever. He never did it. But he got a lot. 95, September 95, they signed a second Oslo Agreement which divided the West Bank for three areas, A, B, and C. And it created a very big balagan. Until now, I don't know what means A, where is the border between A, between B, and between C. It makes a very big problem in the area. It means, A, the big towns belong to them, security and, let's say, all municipality problems. B, the municipality is under their hand, and the security under the IDF. And C, all over. And C is, of course, under the Israeli authorities, but the villages, the Arabic villages, it creates a very big problem. We don't know where the border, we don't know what is the law. This system can't work. A peace or agreement must be very clear, black and white. This belongs to you, this belongs to me. Of course, Rabin was murdered at November 95, and this movement was stopped at the moment. They had got a lot, they got a state, basically. 50% of the territory of the West Bank is in their hand. They gave nothing for that. And they're moving down all over the world. It's like, what can I do? I am not responsible, but he have a state. And he got a lot from the whole world. Now they are pushing us. Next step is going to push us from the Jordan Valley. And then this is the danger.
Do you think there are any chance of peace negotiation?
This is the Middle East. You can't predict it. This is not predictable. The Middle East is the Middle East. You don't ask me what can happen in the future. Everything can happen in the Middle East. But first of all, we must be strong enough to say no. No. We haven't got anything. Please. In the Oslo agreement, it was a mistake from the side of the leaders of Israel. They saw the beginning. Each problem is they have at the beginning, they bypass it. I mean, they haven't touched the problem of refugees, they bypass it. We'll discuss it later. They haven't touched the problem of Jerusalem, bypass it. We'll discuss it later. They haven't discussed the problem of declaration that Israel is the state of the Jewish people in the world. They bypass it. And they got a lot. So now, please, Mr. Abu Mazen, which is called Mahmoud Abbas, declare, please, that Israel, whatever borders, is the Jewish state for the Jewish people for all over the world. Until he won't do that, why shall I give? Until he won't sit around the table to finish the problem, which is called refugees problem, why shall I give back? Until he won't speak about Jerusalem, I don't want to meet him even though. Please, discuss the points which we have to discuss it. As I understand, he will not. He will not. What will happen if he will agree? If he will not, why shall I give back? Why? I gave a lot until now, and I am speaking. We are looking for peace. We are peace. We want peace. We did a lot for the peace, and we are doing a lot for the future for the peace. But I gave so much for what?
For peace.
For peace. Peace is an empty word. And the danger, as I started, is a very big danger. There is no any line which you can protect Israel from the east, just only the Jordan Valley. So after the withdrawal from the Gaza Strip, which was terrible for us, Jewish people are fighting against Jewish people, IDF, the army, against civilian. This can't happen. It's impossible to say it again. And we know that it's impossible. So what they are doing at the moment for the Jordan Valley, they started to speak about a kind of, let's say, development together, which will push the Jewish people out. Slowly, slowly. As like the first step, and I come to ask you, why it's impossible to sell product to Europe? By doing that, you are killing them. Give them the possibility. What is bad in that? And then slowly, slowly, they are speaking about a project in Jericho, international airport. What for? Who is going to build it? Who will hold it? I will tell you that we know each other quite well, all of us. I met 1 month ago the mayor of Jericho. He saw me, asked me, "What are you doing here? You should leave this place." I told him, "You shut your mouth. You will leave this place, not I." So, This is the mood. I do believe, and I don't understand why they are pushing us to this point. Everything is burning around. Syria is burning. Go, you want to do peace, go there. Jordan is not stable. It's not stable. Like, I don't know. Egypt is burning. The only place in the world now is peace and stable. What is the reason that you are coming to us to push us for this? I will say that we have to carry this for, I would say, 1.5, 2 years, not to touch anything. Then maybe we will open a new gate for the future. And then until now, I am very afraid about it. And that's what I'm coming to say. That means the Jordan Valley is very important for Israel. We should be there, and we should say, just only if you will declare that Israel will touch the refugees problem and will finish it and whatever. It's another story, but until that, and we are speaking for peace, but peace that will be as not like today. Peace means that I am giving, you are giving, we finish the conflict. Yeah. We finish it. At least he don't have it in mind until now. That's why I promised so much and what happened.
Some other thing. How do you like Norway?
It's fantastic. First time I was here, it was snowing. Now the weather is nice. The Norway is beautiful. Beautiful place. Slow motion, not in a hurry. I like it very much.
You must come back with your family once.
Yeah, I will. Why not? For a trip now. Yes. I'm traveling a lot. It's very nice. Nice people. And basically, I would say that I find here in the meetings a lot of people which they like Israel, they are fighting for Israel. For me, it was and it is a surprise. And I do believe that I will bring this message to Israel. We must be in touch much more than we are until now. Yes. To send information, to speak with the people which are supporting us here. Even though to be in contact which you can support us. It's very important. I asked yesterday, 2 days ago, in the meeting, told them, you can support us. By writing letters, by going and speaking, because the information which people have, it's poor information, and sometimes the information is not true. So people here, they can support us a lot. So Israel must be in touch with a lot of people, and I am very surprised. But in my opinion, we are not close to a lot of people here, and we find them very friendly to Israel. Why?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.